All right, man. We're live.
We're live. Good morning, guys. What's up,
Good
Mr.
morning.
Allen?
Hello,
Uh,
Mr. Saad. Are you
it's, uh,
tired of driving? Are you fed up with
I,
driving
dro-
anymore?
Live. Good
yeah,
morning, guys. What's up,
I will
Mr.
never. Sorry,
Hello,
I drove so much that I don't think I will do that ever again in my life. I thought it's gonna be a family time. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna hit the road, and instead, I forgot there's winter, and I forgot when I passed through Colorado and Utah was a lot of slopes. And oh my God, everywhere you go, icy road. Be careful. I don't know how many degrees incline. And I was, man, I'm not prepared for this. And having two kids in the back crying all the time. So the strategy was stopping by every day at Toys R Us or Walmart
uh-huh.
and buying toys. I go and bribe them, buy them a toy, give it to them, and then I keep driving. And it was really, really hectic. And yeah, I miscalculated my coming back. I thought I'm gonna do it in 4 days, but actually did it in 5 days. But I had an appointment on Friday, so I had to push 13 hours a day driving, and was too much. The last day on Thursday when I came here, I drove from 6 o'clock in the morning, and I came back home around 11
I
p.m.
know.
And I was like, I don't know how you do it, man, when you were doing this.
I know. It's hard when you're driving, for a long time, especially if you do it for a living. It gets boring, man. Have you seen those warning signs that said, people crossing the streets? How many different signs do you get of different animals or different things crossing the streets?
I have never, I've never seen that much in my life. And it's like for the next 15 miles, you will get deer crossing, and one of them was cow crossing. I was like, what? What do you mean cow crossing? What are we talking about? I really was
I've
surprised. And what's that?
Yeah, I've seen bear crossing. I've seen those little cars for the how do you call it, Amish?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Amish people, they have those little cars with one horse. So I've seen those warning signs. People crossing here. Bear crossing, deer crossing,
And you supposed
animal.
and the problem that you're supposed to take it is like, really? Only bear? Oh, it's okay. Just keep
Uh,
driving. Really? I was just waiting for aliens and UFO crossing. I was
yeah,
like, okay.
UFO next 15 miles.
But yeah, man, I had so much respect for people who drives for living. I had so much respect for people who actually have trailers in back of their car. Man, I always thought, oh, the only drivers, who cares? No, no, that was too much. And yeah, man, for people who didn't experience it, I think they should do it once in their life. I was
Yeah,
privileged to be able
it's
to
a
do
good
it from
experience, but once in your life.
yeah, once in my life, that's it. From east to west coast was really nice. I went through the mountains, and then coming back, I went through the regular roads, and through Arizona, Missouri, and was only nothing much there. But man, it's really, really privileged. I went to Disneyland, which is really was awesome for the kids. But man, was really nice experience. I was very happy, and I was very excited. I just missed this kind of webinars. I miss talking to you. I know you get comfortable without me, but hey, you have to deal with it. I'm here. So yeah, I'm really excited. Um, so you know what? Today, I think we're gonna take all the questions that we can. I think we can give some few tips about how to prepare for 2018, how to capitalize on
Yeah.
after the Christmas sale, the things that happen. There's different strategies that they can use. I'm very happy with our group. There's a lot of people posting very, very nice results, and we're gonna have a few people who we're gonna interview for next Thursday, and I'm really, really very proud. Makes us very proud, and I think we spoke about that. I was like, man, it really people are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Is all about putting the work in the beginning. You need to hustle a bit. You start getting ungated for a few brands, and you're good to go. Then you have your success. But you have to do the work in the beginning. So, um, you know what we have in the chat? Some people saying anybody has able to see the video. I'm not sure about what they mean. So refresh, please. Uh, so yeah, so you know what? I'm let's go ahead, man, and let's give them a few strategies. And I think we get started by Boxing Day. And what do you think about that? I'm actually my Boxing Day is full of meetings. I'm not doing anything in that. I think My thing is like after Boxing Day. I think Boxing Day is going to be few items that's really going to be door crushers. People are going to go there, try to buy them. But after that, all the products are going to be almost the same price. I think later on, after the 28th, 29th, and stuff nearing the new year, even the beginning of January, that's when you're going to see the most of the sales, that come in. And that's when I'm going to start buying stuff for beginning of January. I think is for me, I'm not saying that. Before I used to do it, go to door crashers and try to get those few items. But it's very hectic. It's too much. It's busy. People are pushing each other. People are sleeping outside. I don't think it's worth it. I think it's more hype. But what do you think? What's your strategy? What are you gonna do for them?
Last year we did not last year, this year, January 1st, we bought a lot of stuff because most of the stores, even for items that are not like very Christmas related, but they're all gift related, they started dropping the price, and we got some awesome deals for arbitrage, and then also for our house. And we did buy some stuff that we end up selling, for summer. But the prices January 1st are going to be very good. The only thing, again, like you were saying, is that a lot of people go out for shopping, so it's very crowded and it's busy. So you kind of have to decide if you wanna spend the time, doing that, or just enjoy your holidays. But there's a lot of things that you can buy that are going to be good for February, for Valentine's, and then you can get a lot of gift type products that are going to be good in the first 3-4 months of the year.
Yeah, you're you're absolutely right. And I think when us, because we're so much into deals and finding good deals, I found out even the stuff that comes in Black Friday, for example, it comes in Boxing Day, usually are the same thing that I was buying them in October and September. It's true, some of them is going to be maybe different, but that's the most of it. For us, deal hunters, we know when to find products and when is going to be really the regular price. Like I see a lot of Boxing Days are regular price. So I think for people who never knew about it, it's more about hyping the people, buyers, to, hey, this is season, is just to go ahead and buy, even if it's a regular price that we were seeing that before. I think just encourage them to buy more. So I don't think us as sellers, I don't get as much as excited when I was before I start selling. I was so excited. Oh my God, Boxing Day, let's go do it, honey. But then, yeah, you can do it in October. It's the same price that you were getting. So also, there is another business model or strategy. Basically, a lot of people that, not a lot of people, few people that I know, actually, they buy Christmas stuff and actually they hold them and then sell them the next year because it's going to be 70-80%. I actually tried in a very, very small scale. I'm not saying I was buying hundreds of thousands of dollars, but I bought like a few $500. I just wanted to test it. I bought few Christmas stuff that actually last year they were off and they were like 80% or something like that. I was like, you know what, let me buy them. And actually I was able to sell them this year very nice at the full price. I'm not telling it's not a good strategy for people who are starting. Because I know this question is going to pop up. What do you think about the Christmas stuff? What's about ornaments? It's not the business model that we need. We need a very fast return on your investment, very quick. And this one is going to take months. I know Bob Abbey, he says he'll be able to sell some lights and in other season, maybe in March or whatever. I know there's some kind of festivals called Christmas in July or something like that. Like people need to do stuff, but I'm not into that business model. So if people wants to do it, yes, wait for it. But you said a very good thing about February. It's the love month. And I think the gift ideas that you can have with the Christmas packages, just retarget it, redo something else. And also, I would like to say about another thing that people can do for seasonal product. Remember, we're talking about this. We're like, hey, man, you know what? Maybe we can get an account only for seasonal, for whatever season that we have. And we found out bundling is really good, guys. I mean, if they're able to find a few products that they can find right now, they have Christmas packaging on them, get those products, bundle them with something else, and make it exclusive for lovebirds, make it for what's called that, Thanksgiving, whatever you need. Just It's all about branding and which angle you're going to get to the market. So I think people, they can be very creative. The only thing about bundling that you need to basically to create your own kind of listing, you need to have FNSQ, you have to have your UPC to be able to do it, but it's very easy. I think this is also prepare them for private label for the people who wants to do the jump. So go ahead and do it, guys, if you want. I think it's still good. Try out with a few units for now, but when the season comes, it's really going to be good. So guys, if you have any questions, I know it's holidays. I know everyone is the spirit. They want to sit with their family, have a nice. Us, we have a lot of snow here. We have hot cocoa, and everyone's sitting in my upstairs with the tree, really enjoying the season. So, guys, any question? I don't see any question. Do you see any question, brother?
No, not yet. Not yet, man.
So basically,
say,
go ahead. Go ahead.
This first 3 months, I will take them for, they're gonna be, they're not, depending on what your strategy is and how, how aggressive are you on building your inventory. They can be very good months, but for example, in my experience, I took the first 3-4 months of the year, this year, to kind of start thinking about what I wanted to do, what my focus was going to be this year. I was sourcing, but this is kind of like the next 3 months can be a good time for you to to decide on what it's going to be the focus for your business. So I know that if you're gonna focus on retail arbitrage until you have a good business running, I would say focus on building your inventory, which is, in my experience, I think my goal was to have 1,000 units on inventory, and when I mean 1,000, you're talking about at least 300-400 different SKUs, because I only do like 2 or 3 of each item. So that's a lot of work that you have to do. And if you put those kind of goals, so you can start having $15,000, $20,000 months, then you kind of have to start hit the ground running on January and start building your inventory. That's a good strategy. And then once you get to 500, 700 units, then you're gonna start seeing those big months, and then you're also ready for the start of the summer, the bigger months where you're gonna have a lot of inventory and sales are start coming in a lot faster. So that's one strategy that you can do. The other strategy that I was doing this year was that I took January, February, and March to start focusing on learning how to do private label, but my inventory was already at 1,000. So I was working since last year for 6 months building my inventory, and then once I had my inventory at 700, 800 units on Amazon FBA, then I started kind of looking, taking time to focus on private label. So those are the 2 different things that you can do depending on what you want to do as far as private label.
This is absolutely. I mean, I think people really take it for granted when they see that building inventory, take it for granted. And I think when you build it, that's when you're going to see the biggest of the growth. And I think it's nice to set a goal, set a high goal that you never think that you will be able to make. And if you go at least 75% of that, you're still good. So for us, remember, we're talking about this like, hey, in 2018, I think we're going to focus 100%, a lot of time on a private label to make sure that we grow our SKUs and add more SKUs to our accounts, because it's really we were very busy in 2017 with a lot of things. So setting a goal, we're looking at almost $700,000 in new SKUs. Like we're talking about revenue, and that's what the goal that we want to set, and that's in my mind. I really want to hit that, and I think we can do that. It's just about finding the right products, be patient, launching the product in the best way, and make sure that you get the product that's economical to launch, not something. Look, any product in Amazon, you'll be able to rank it, you'll be able to benefit from it, but at what cost? what are you going to invest to be able to get it ranked. So for us, we're going to get something very just starting out, and let's see how it goes. So 2018 is going to be awesome. I think people need to prepare from now. Last year, I actually sat on the 25th, I remember, in December, and I sat down and I was like, you know what? I want to make this for 2017. And thank God we were very blessed to be able to do it, because I set a goal and I was like, you know, that's what I want to do. I want to do it. And then I achieved for more what I wanted. So, hey, guys, just do it. And I really believe in you, and you have us. Anything that you need, guys, any question that you have, please post it, and we'll be happy to help you. Or come to the Saturdays. You will have interactions like this, one-on-one, where it's really going to help you. And learn from our mistakes. Don't think that we really angels, or we did something that out of nothing. We did a lot of mistakes. Alan and I, we did a lot of mistakes. We do a lot of testings for private label and retail arbitrage. I think retail arbitrage, we get it down packed now because we did a lot of it. But private label, we're testing a lot. We make sure that we give you the best thing. And I think the products that we're going to launch, 3 of them next month, is going to be a lot of testing. There's a lot of testing. I want to make sure that we giving the people the right thing. If you see the criteria for each product is a little bit different, and we'll test it for ourselves to give you the right thing to do. So let's get into questions now. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, let us know. So first of all, Dakota, what's up, brother? Sarah, Ingram Sharp, what's up, guys? So today we have a very small crowd. I think everyone's doing now I know who's doing the last minute shopping for Christmas. Those are the people who actually did their shopping last month. Ingram Sharp says, we have been having issues with Inventory Lab, and Amazon have to matching numbers. Inventory Lab said it's the best to wait until the end of the month to look at the report. Sad or Alan noticed this? What do you think, brother?
Yes. What happens is that on Inventory Lab and almost any other tool that I know, including the GOD toolbox, Inventory Lab is gonna give you the numbers of all the process orders, meaning orders that have shipped, or have the status of shipped, and Amazon just gives you total sales for the day or the week or the month. So it's very hard to compare. Okay, I had 3 sales or 5 sales today for $300, and then Inventory Lab tells you that there was only 2 shipments today, and it's only 150. So it's very hard to match days. So what happens is, if you check your for example, the month of November on Amazon, you're gonna see total sales. That doesn't include sales that they were canceled, or sales that is still pending to be shipped. And then on Inventory Lab, if you see the same month, last month, Inventory Lab is gonna show you all the orders that were shipped. So those are your actual totals, and then so it's very hard to compare and have a matching numbers, because actually Inventory Lab is giving you the accurate number, but Amazon is always going to show you the total.
Yeah, so I think that's what it is, guys. Listen to the guy, the guy who's leading all this GOD toolbox. I mean, you were very involved with this, brother, with the GOD toolbox. You know all the in and outs about technical stuff of it. So yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm not gonna say you're right. You know what he's talking about. So yes, it's awesome. I would just say, yeah, you're good, man. You're good. Yes, you have a true fact. I need to know about this. I was going, actually, he says, true fact, if you're going to hit a deer, speed up, don't slow down. Picks up your front end so they go over the roof, not the windshield. Thank you so much. If I saw that, maybe I'll freeze, and I'm just in my head imagining the deer, just his eyes popping up and he's waiting to crash. It's like a cartoon, but yeah, thank you so much. I will never do it again anyway, so I'm not driving anything more than 10 hours this time. So is anyone yes, okay, sorry, just because the thing's popping very fast. Sarah says, what's up, Sarah? I'm so thankful for our Facebook group. I had a question. I was very well answered there. Good. We are here to help. Yes, it's really, really a beautiful group that we have. A lot people like to help each other. They all started from the same thing, and we just started this group like what in July, I think.
In March.
March. Oh, so we did it for now almost 9 months, and really was very exciting. People start from the beginning, so they know how people feel when they first started, and they really learn everything. So yes, I'm glad, guys. Just put the question that you have in the Facebook group. Make sure that you actually search the answer for that specific question. Looked at our video coaching videos. If you don't find the answer and you didn't get the answer from our group, then put hashtag coach and we'll be able to help you. So like this, we make sure that we answer everyone's question. Or you come to the Q&A. I just want to emphasize this just because there's a lot of questions coming up, and we'll make sure that we really answer the good ones. Sar says, I want to know what to do for sales tax in the setting. When do I worry about it? What option do I select in the shipping and taxed? Okay, I'm going to tell you my honest opinion in this one, and don't hold me accountable for it, but I'm going to tell you what I do. I think if you want to do the sales tax, I think you should do it on the city that you are in, where you created your LLC. I think for the other taxes, I really believe 2018 Amazon is going to collect the sales taxes on our behalf, and they will submit it to the states. I don't think that we're going to be our responsibility anymore. I don't think it should have been our responsibility, honestly, to begin with. I think it's a little bit ludicrous to see that we actually give them the product. They have control over our listing. They have control over anything. The listing belongs to them, and then we have to apply. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. Washington now already, Amazon already collecting taxes for Washington themselves. So that means I think the other cities are going to follow. And I don't think it's our responsibility. It's the same thing as a guy who's selling Coca-Cola. The delivery man comes in, drops it in Walmart, and then Walmart say, hey, you go ahead and collect the taxes that we actually selling in your. Now, I don't see it. I don't think it's fair. And I think it's a burden that's been, Amazon just want to take off their hands. You know what? You guys go ahead and do it, because Amazon, anything happens, even if you realize an infringement or a cease and desist letter, they want to keep their hands away. Why? Because they will just want to keep the problems out of their hands. They want to put it on someone else. I'm not saying anything wrong with that. They want to protect themselves, and there's a great platform to make business, and they just don't want to get into that. And also, what do you think about that, brother?
Yeah, I think they're going to realize eventually that in order for everybody to actually do it, they're going to have to take control. Which that I would say that should be their responsibility. So eventually they're going to have to do some to be able to have control over every single seller and every single sale and everything. They're going to have to do it. So I think that's one of the things they're doing. They're already testing that on one state or a few states. But personally, just for right now, the way we have it is we have it set up on the state of Georgia, and we're only collecting taxes on the state of Georgia. And you only go to to Seller Central and put where you fill out the taxes. You only select the state where you open your account, your LLC, and you put the percentage that state has state-wise, and then they're gonna collect them and they're gonna add them to your payment. And then what we do is every month we fill out a whole report of all of the orders for the month. And then we separate the Georgia ones, and then we give it to the CPA, and they report all of the sales, but we only pay taxes on the state on our state, and that's pretty much it. That's all we have to do right now.
So now, basically, guys, you know who does our taxes and who sends the stuff to our to where I counted. It's Alan.
Teamwork.
You know, I mean, just keep me looking for products. Let me be able to find things, and he does that. He's really awesome, man. I mean, it was a really, I think one of the best moves that I've done, having a partnership with you, because you add a lot of value. You add the things that I don't like to do, and I think, and this question came up a lot, and when we were at the conference in California, I was like, hey, how do you do a partnership? And one of the questions, really, I was like, you know what? I really think you should be able to find someone who you can partner up, because a lot of people, they're scared to do it by themselves. They want a partnership. And I think that's the only way for you to reach growth at a very fast rate. But you need to make sure that you don't get someone who actually the same as you, or he's going to have the same value as you. Then you're not going to be able to do anything. You're just going to hit heads. You're not going to be able to go forward. Always make sure, I even mentioned this in the summit live. I was like, you know what? Alan complete what I mean. It's like a marriage, you know. He completes me, kind of thing, and I start laughing about it. There, be like, "What are you talking about?" Like, yeah, just that you have to think about it that way. I bring values. I bring stuff to the table that he's not very good at, but he brings stuff that I'm not good at all. So technology, social media, all the growth. I don't like it. I understand it. I know I will be able to learn, but I don't think it's worth my time. I think if he does it is much better, and I take the other aspect of the business, and that's how we grow. And I think that's why we're doing very well, and we increase our knowledge tremendously, because we're adding a lot of value. So for people out there, if you want to do a partnership, I think the Summit Las Vegas is going to be huge. I'm really excited to be there.
Yeah.
We're going to meet a lot. Our business is going to take off even further, I think, Alan. And we're going to meet great people there. The knowledge is going to be huge. And we might find people there who have the money, but they have no time. And you have the time. So use this knowledge. And I think people underestimate how much knowledge they know. I bet you have Christmas holidays coming up, guys. You know what you need to do? Go to your parties and ask someone, what's Amazon FBA? Do you know what I do? I do Amazon FBA, and see what they say. I bet you they don't even know what FBA is. It's a government department. What is this? They don't understand it. You understand because you're being with it. So understand the knowledge that you have is really great, and it's more than anybody, average Joe, who knows nothing about it. So you can use that in your advantage, guys. I mean, it's really, what are you getting, guys, is really, really nice. Whether it's in private label, whether it's in our RA, it's a lot of information. So do it, guys. I think you really can add a lot of value. Now we have another question from Scott. Says, is it possible to compete against Amazon for the buy box? Yes, you can, but now is actually becoming a little bit harder for Amazon to share the buy box as much as last year. So what I would do, I would make sure that my product is really good. I can match their price, or I can actually lower my price by 3% and be able to rotate the buy box with them. And that's what I think, but it's not going to scare me not to be able to sell with them. They're going to run out of stock many times, and this when you capitalize. So yes, but if you're doing wholesale with a lot of units, I don't think it's the best strategy. What do you think?
The only thing I would recommend for when you're doing when you're competing with Amazon is try to have 20% or 25% of the inventory competing with Amazon, because they will share the buy box with you, but they don't share it as often as they used to share it before. So before, we used to get sales every day from products that we were competing with Amazon, and we're not scared to compete with them. But now it's kind of getting, it's not harder. It just takes a longer time for them to share the buy box with you. So I guess they have to meet certain, sales quotas or something where, if they don't have the sales they need, they won't share the buy box with anybody until they have that, and then they will start sharing it. So the strategy to compete with Amazon, it's taking a little bit longer than it used to be. So we just recommend, don't have 100% of your inventory where you're competing with Amazon. Just have 20-25% of it, so you can have those sales, which those are going to have very good margins, but you're not tied to a product that is going to sell in 2-3 months, just 1 or 2 units.
That's absolutely right. That's why I said, if you have 2-3 units, they might let you just go ahead with it. If you have a lot, that's might not a good idea. But for our strategy, guys, stick to 2 to 3. It's really good. I mean, even us now, we're doing 2 to 3. It's very easy, simple. You're not going to hold a lot of cash flow. And I think you're going to realize with your business, the cash flow issues that you're going to have, no matter how big seller or small seller, you're still going to have cash flow issues. There's a lot of products out there that you can source, but you don't have enough money for them. Even at our level, sometimes it's just crazy. And rotating this is really hard. So, yeah, I hope that was helpful. And Ipilia says, hello, everyone. Welcome back, sir. Thank you so much, Ipilia. Was a very great experience. Really loved it, except the driving. I got a mail from Amazon saying my account setup isn't complete. Even after I provide every document required from me, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Can you elaborate a little bit more? I know that Amazon suspend a lot of accounts or not complete if they first sign up. They want to have more documents to be provided, whether it's your IDs or whatever you need. I think that's why I recommend people always to do a professional account as soon as they start, not to start with individual, because this stuff again arises, these issues. So what I would recommend, and don't put in mind that you need to email them, you need to call them, make sure that you really get all the documents. And remember that it's in holiday season. They get a lot of emails and they're not replying very fast. They're going to have a lot of delays, end of the year, a lot of issues with inventory, a lot of returns. So they have more than the usual. So what I would say, just keep calling them and you should be fine. If you're not doing anything wrong and you have your internet is good. Sometimes I remember one of my clients, actually, she had an issue where the building that she takes Wi-Fi from, one of the tenants had issues with Amazon, so they were sharing the bad internet, and that's why she was flagged. But then she had to call them, convince, and that she got it. So yes, and she has another Ingram Sharp Amazon policy update. Jungle Scout, Feedback Genius, and other popular third-party apps are now likely violating Amazon new code of conduct for developers. You know what? I think I see already. Mr. Allen says, please share. I want to know more. So please, if you can share it with us or just send it to us or post it so we can see what's up. I think maybe it's.
I want to add something there. Whenever Amazon changes, any updates anything on their policy or changes anything on their algorithm or or changes the way they show up things, especially for developers, the only thing we have to do is just find the right way to get the information. I know a lot of people kind of get scared, every other week that Amazon is making changes and they think everything's gonna everything's gonna stop working and everything. But we just have to find out, we just have to go back and read all the document, see what the change they did, and if we're violating anything, we have to just change our software, our code, and things like that. Sometimes it might take a little bit of time to kind of understand the changes and do the internal changes on the softwares. But most of the time, I mean, I've been only doing Amazon for a year and a half, and there's been, I wouldn't lie you if it's been 20, 25 different changes to anything on Amazon.
Yeah.
So we just have to adapt and see how do we do it. There's gonna be some programmers or some software tools that the owners are not gonna have the time, or they're not gonna be willing to spend the time to fix it, so they just let them go. We used to use one app from Chris Green called Flipping It. It was a great app. There were some changes, and he just let it go. He had so many other things doing, and so many other businesses that are doing good, that he just let it go. He didn't update it. He didn't do anything. Now there's how many extensions is going to the same issue. There's been changes where now they cannot get the inventory count the way they were doing it, and I hope they put in the time to find out and figure it out and fix it. But some of those little apps, a lot of apps come and go because of that. Because at the first change, they're not willing to put in the time and fix it. If we have to do anything, we'll see what we need to do and just fix it. And I'm sure those big apps like Jungle Scout, I don't think they're gonna just drop the towel if there's any change. But we just have to figure it out and find out what and wait for them to fix it.
Like those people are they're spending thousands and thousands of dollars into their programs. So I don't think they will let it go. It's all about those business people. They're all about if they get obstacle, they're gonna pivot or they're gonna improve. So they're not gonna stop just because Amazon changes. I think the change of that, I think it's more about maybe emails, like for example, Feedback Genius opting out is not very easy, is not very clear. I think maybe something like that. I don't think it's a violation of a huge thing. And I don't think all these softwares are going to stop just because of changes. Remember when the time comes to say nobody can do reviews anymore?
Yeah.
Oh my God, how many people, they were freaking out in Facebook group. Everyone's like, oh my God, that's it. It's the dawn of Amazon, la, la, la. You know what? Actually, people left and other people came in and people were able to find other ways of doing it. That's what you need to do. You're entrepreneur, guys. Entrepreneurs, they're going to keep changing and adapting to the new situations, and it's going to happen a lot. With Amazon, it's like a child, changes his mind 300,000 times in 10 minutes. So it's going to happen all the time. We just need to adapt and keep going, and I'm not really worried about it at all. But share the link to make sure that we just see what's the criteria they need. She says, yeah, I received it, so she will send it to you, Alan at justonedime.com. I think you forgot the .com. In Seller Central, if you add shoes, oh, you fixed it. Okay, I'm sorry, man. You know what? I'm just excited to talk to people again in the webinar. So it's been a long time. It says in Seller Central, if you add shoes, it's as a box for manufacturer recommended price. Do you put anything in this box or leave it blank? I'm really not. I don't understand the question. Do you understand it, Alan?
Yeah, when you're doing retail arbitrage, you don't worry about that. When you're doing private label, it's good to have like a higher price there, and then your price, and then a sales price. So on the Amazon listing, Amazon actually shows people the difference, and they can see, okay, the manufacturer price was $49.99. Your price is $39.99, but you have it right now on sale for $24.99, things like that. So they can actually see the difference on price. But if it's a retail arbitrage item, I just put the price that I want to sell it for, and I don't worry about that. I just leave it blank.
Yes. Says Sarah Khan, we are missing a few Q&A sessions in the posts. Are you talking about Q&A in our members area? Yes, there's few of them that we don't have because we're doing Facebook Live, and that's when we did the switch from one platform to another. So yes, you're going to be missing, so you're going to see them at Facebook Live. So just check them out there. Or maybe we have to do one time, you know what, just to get once a month, we get one webinar that's hidden secret kind of thing, and just make it, we don't record it, and we give all the golden nuggets to people. Anything they want, just put it in there. Like, where is it? Oh, sorry, you didn't attend. You know what I mean?
We actually did one where I started by saying, this is not going to be recorded, and then I pressed, okay, let me just turn on the recording. That was so dumb.
See, a lot of people join. Awesome insight, Alan. Yes. Ingram, not trying to stir up fear, wanted to hear insight from two veterans. Thank you. No, there's no fear, no whatsoever. Ingram, it's stuff gonna happen, and thank you so much for letting us know. And this is really gonna help us.
And here's the reason why I said that. That comment is because for us, I don't really worry about it anymore. And I know, some of the people, they're trying to help us, bring in that app. But I've seen a lot of people they get scared with every day they have something to complain about Amazon and changing and this and that. So I just want to make sure you guys understand that this is going to happen as part of business, and don't be afraid or don't be intimidated with any changes. Just so you guys know from us that there's going to be changes, and you don't have to freak out every time there's a change. I'm not saying Ingram it's bringing something negative. I'm just trying to let you guys know so you know that if there's any change, we're just gonna have to deal with it and adapt and find the solution.
And it's good to mention it actually, Ingram. So there's nothing at all. I mean, you mention it, you can be prepared for it ahead of time. So no, this is awesome. Thank you so much. Anything? Look, I always tell people, tell us the bad news. It's the best thing for us to learn, best things for us to improve, right? If you want to tell us just what we want to hear, nobody's going to benefit. Right. That's why I'm very straightforward, even with my members, with my clients. Hey, I'm straightforward. This is what it is. That's the issue that you have. We can fix it that way. If it's too much, it's too much for you. But you need to tell them the truth, because otherwise you'll be in denial, and that's not something that's nice. Me, I love people tell me, all our team, if they have anything, please tell me what it is, and we'll be able to fix it. There's no issues. It's business. And I think November ending and December begging videos are missing. They are very helpful. So just asking.
Look them up on the video section of the Facebook group. If you go to the Facebook group, click on the videos, and you're gonna find them there. They're all recorded.
Exactly. Okay, so Scott says, "Thank you guys. Christmas tomorrow in Australia. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, brother." Man, I love the season. This time of the year, it's very, very nice and cozy. I didn't feel much of it in California, honestly. And all the West Coast, I was too hot. I was like, where are they? Where are they? What's going on? There's no snow, nothing. It was very weird to see Christmas trees, but sun and people in shorts. I was like, what's going on here? It was weird. But yeah, man, it's Merry Christmas to you. I wish you all the best for everybody. And yeah, you guys ahead of us. No joke, I learned far more of my failure than I do in my successes. Exactly. I mean, this is so much of a true statement. You always learn from your mistakes, and I always urge. I talk about this a lot. I was like, I love to fail a lot in the beginning now than failing later on, because it's going to cost me a lot. Now, when I'm beginner, failing is not costly as much as later on. So keep failing right now and learn from them, and you'll succeed. My first fail, I think, taught me so much. When I tell people I lost $7,000 in my first product, they're like, really? How are you holding up? I'm actually doing very well, because I learned so much. I was able to translate it into knowledge. I was able to help other members. So just find the bright side of it. And I think it's the same thing with Mr. Alan. Alan, what do you think about this, brother?
Yeah, man, it's very true. That's the right mentality. It's learning from our success, and that's what we have to do.
Learning from our mistakes, not success.
From our mistakes.
Sorry, guys. Alan has a lot of successes. He doesn't know what his mistake is, so that's why he learns only from his successes. Yeah, no, you're right. Enneagram says, which you prefer side, in front of camera or in front of crowd of people like in California? I actually enjoyed both of them a lot. I really enjoyed a lot of them. I didn't expect that I'll be I knew I was confident with my information and with everything I was providing, but this that actually Seth, he just pointed out, he's like, you say a lot of I'm like, maybe I'm hungry, what do you want? I was not used to it. So no, both of it was a great experience. I loved it. I think I would love to do it more and more. And yeah, it just was awesome experience. How are you holding up? I'm holding up very well now. Was cool. I mean, see, I'm shaking still, but yeah, it was awesome. Ingram must not being prodigy. Alan, yes, Alan is killing it. Alan is killing it. Alan doesn't know what's failed. Guys, you know what? I think you should hold that on him. Alan knows no fails, only victories. So, and a lot of sleepless nights.
That's my big failure.
So, guys, you know what? I think we finished all the questions that we have. Maybe we can take some time talking about about Christmas and taking some time off I think was very helpful. Um, the whole thing that we did is just taking some
Yeah.
time off. I think even Alan, you're doing the same thing. If you want to mention a little bit about that and what does to your mind.
Yeah, of course, I know there's only a few people here, but I'm gonna let you know that on Monday there's gonna be a lead list because all the BAs are taking a day off, so they're gonna come. They're gonna start working on Monday. We're gonna work Monday and Tuesday for the Wednesday list. So I just wanted to let you guys know that, and I'm gonna post it on the Facebook group. But I think it's important, to take time and enjoy with family. It's nice to be always working, always busy, and always thinking about work, especially this kind of work that it kind of it's fun and we know that we're building something that is going to be very profitable in the future. But it's always good to just take some time off and enjoy with family and actually do what our end goal is, which is spend time with family and have more time off. So just we're just planning to take a few days off and just visit family and just forget about Amazon and then forget about keep looking for products for at least for a few days. So I just want to say happy Merry Christmas, enjoy your time, and we hope that you also take some time to actually write out down your goals and start thinking about what things are you going to be focusing on the next year. And it's always good to write them down. I'm not very good at doing that, but the last year and a half, we've been kind of putting them down so we know what to focus on. And like you were saying, Saad, at the beginning of the year, we were focusing on a few projects, and we've done very good with them, along with building our Amazon stores. This year they're gonna change a little bit, and so we're gonna start focusing on those new goals. And but it's always good to have something in mind to remind you that you're doing this today and you're doing this this week because 6 months from now you want to be somewhere else, and it takes every day. Every day counts towards you getting your goals. So I just want to say write them down, enjoy these few weeks that we're gonna be celebrating and taking time off, and then just come back 100% and give it your all.
This is, I think, it's really, really awesome advice, Alan. And I think people need to reset. I think one of the things I spoke to you about is like, man, I've been working a lot. Just because it's momentum, you're just going to keep going, and always interested. You're always curious about doing things. And then I realized last few weeks I'm not as productive, and I felt burnt out, and that's why I wanted to do the trip. And people was like, hey, it's more expensive to take it by car than taking a plane, but I wanted some time for myself. It's not about the money. And and I swear to God, we're driving and everything, and made me think about a lot of things. Made me think about the business, what our goal. That's why I was so motivated to talk to you, man. I want to do this. I want to do this. Remember, I called you in the middle. I was like, man, you know what? I found this. I found that. I was so excited because I had some reset, and I start thinking about things that important for us in 2018 than just being in the limbo all the time. And I think people need to take some time off, spend it with the family. Is family time coming up, which Christmas, sit down, take some breather, stop checking your phone. And I think you need to just take a nice rest, and really is going to change your mind. And setting goals is very important. Maybe it sounds very cliche or whatever, but it's true. You need to do it. Do it, and you'll be able to really, really reach them. And for people out there, 2 years ago, I will never think in my wildest dream to be able to take off at any time I want without asking my boss, hey, please, do you mind if I take 2 weeks? I want to go visit my family. I spent 4 months in Kuwait with my family. I've never thought of doing this. Now I'm coming here. All of a sudden, the same week. I was like, you know what? I'm going to join you there, Seth, in California. I'd be able to take a trip without worrying how much it's going to cost me. I didn't have this in back of my mind telling me, hey, be careful. You have a payment. You have a car payment. You have a mortgage. I never. Why? Because we worked hard and now it's paying off. And I think, guys, once you reach that point, I promise you, the freedom that you're going to have and how relaxed you're going to be, it's incomparable with anything else I have done. Even that I had a good education, I had a good engineering background, and I had a very good salary. I never had that. And I'm very grateful to God. I'm grateful to Just One Dime. I'm grateful for a great partnership. I'm grateful for you guys that be able to join us and learn and believe in it. And I think one of the videos says, imagine, believe, and take action. And this is exactly what we need to do. I never thought I'll be able to make that much in a month or be able to get to the point where I am who cares kind of thing, you know? So really set your goals. And guys, we're here for you. I mean, you're not being left alone. And that's really my last thing. And last thing before I go, because sorry, she's asking about, can you both please say something about shipping as a newcomer, as a new customer? There's nothing about shipping. Everything is the models. I think you should watch the videos about how to prepare the product to ship them to Amazon. And if you wanted to ship from Amazon to FBA, FBA does everything for you. Other than this, if you want to do it by yourself, fulfilled by merchant, you need to send it by mail or buy the shipping labels from Amazon themselves. So this question, Sarah, I think you should go ahead and watch the videos. Other than this, guys, Alan, I think was a great webinar today. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yep.
We answered a few questions. It's all about 2018, and we'll see you next week. And we talk about New Year. And tell us if you have any subject you would like us to cover, and we'll cover it. Other than this, have yourself a wonderful day. Spend some time with the family. Send us your photos with the family, enjoying coffee or enjoying whatever, eggnog or whatever you guys doing, family moments. And I'm actually, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and share my Disneyland photos. I didn't share them with people, but I'll share them and you'll see it. And have yourself a wonderful day. Anything else you would like to add before we go?
No, man, you guys have a great day and happy holidays in the next few weeks. And we'll hopefully see you next Saturday. I think we'll be here. But yeah, just enjoy, and we'll be talking to you in the Facebook group.
Take care, guys. Have you. Bye bye.